Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tatiana. I'm the owner of the Stationery Muse, and I love to inspire women to go for what they want in their lives. I do that through my love of just stationery and paper goods and organization, and above all, just to encourage you to love who you are and own who you are. And so today I really wanted to dig deep with you guys and to fill out my Live, Love, Inspire notebook. Change is crazy. I am so excited to finally be sitting down and filling out the Live, Love, Inspire notebook with you guys. If you are not familiar, the Live, Love, Inspire notebook is a brand new notebook I came out with back in July, and it is all about goal setting and getting over your fears. And I created a fear method that you use to work through your fears, to set yourself up for success, and to just kind of kick out all of the excuses and the doubts and the concerns and just all of the negative self-talk that we deal with that stops us from going for what we want in life, what we need in life, and just overall the things that hold us back. So that is what this book was created for. And so I really have been soul searching to figure out what I wanted to use my first Live, Love, Inspire notebook for, because this is one of those things where you can have multiple goals going on or multiple things, one after another, however you operate. And so I really wanted to do a real life example with you guys. So if you saw by the title, I wanted to work on fearlessly embracing my finances, getting to financial freedom. And to me, that really means not necessarily debt free or anything like that, because that's a long journey, one that I definitely do hope to get to one day. One that me and my husband hope to get to one day. But in this particular season of my life, I have reached a point where, and this is just to get very personal with you guys for a moment, where I will be taking over just like the financial management of our household. And one thing, this has just been since I was younger, I've always been very in general with adulting, I just hate doing like adult tasks. And I know there are so many people that can relate to me on that. It's just like some stuff is just so daunting and I don't feel like doing it. And that's where it kind of streams from. But that adulting thing has really turned into me just not wanting to have anything to do with my finances. And it really happened after my daughter was born. So my husband, he kind of took it over and everything like that. I was doing it prior to, for the most part. We kind of, when you're newly married and you're just trying to figure out everything, we will have been married for 3 years coming up next month in September. And so we're still really trying to figure out our jam with how everything works. And so I finally decided we needed to come up with a new approach and really do this 100% full force in order to just keep the transparency open, in order to know where the money is going, where it's coming from, all of that stuff. And I just felt like the best way to do that was just to take it all on and leave no gray area for anything. And so that was really difficult for me to take on, because I just have a fear of doing that. And so of course I pay my bills, I do what I have to do, but there is just like this underlying fear of maybe there not being enough money, or just I don't want to pay this, or whatever the case is. Just a lot of negativity that can be surrounded by bill pay. And I think a lot of people probably can relate to me, because who really has fun paying bills? Who really has fun budgeting and managing things? But I think it's one of those things, like I was actually telling him, that once you get a handle on it and you kind of get through the trenches or the rough part in the beginning, it really is rewarding. And so that is what I am holding true to, because I really want my daughter to have good financial values and to just know how to manage her money and operate it in a good way. And I think that's something that me and my husband are both still learning and working through in this earlier part of our marriage, even individually, but even more so as a family. So that is what I'm going to be focusing on, you guys, because I do have a true fear of just really taking over my finances. I have student loans, things that I don't like to look into and learn about, really trying to own like my credit score and get that under control. There's a lot of goals and things that we want to do that require, good credit and just to be aware of everything. And I think for me, a lot of times my way of coping with stress or just certain things, just kind of putting it on the back burner, just don't look at it or just don't face it. And so that is what I'm going to be doing. So I just want to give you guys that little backstory in case you're wondering like, what, why is she doing that? And so I actually have this little sticker book that I picked up a while ago from Hobby Lobby, and it is from the Paper Studio. They always have, at least I would say once out of the month, if not more, they have the Paper Studio stuff half off. Which is the best time to get this planner stuff. And so this book is really cute. It's got rose gold accents in there. And even though this has gold, I like to mix metals, so that's not a huge deal for me. But I know that I'm going to be doing a lot of like finance related goal setting in here. So I figured that this would be perfect to use for it. And this is the Live Love Inspire notebook. So this is literally my favorite quote right now. When I was creating this notebook, I really wanted to just hit home for people with how it is to go through something and how to be successful is not always this picture of perfection that it may be portrayed to be, and that it actually is difficult and hard work and things like that. And so she was ready to live the life she dreamed of. So she made a plan, ignored the doubt, and went for it. When things didn't go the way she thought, it only added fuel to her fire. She never gave up because she remembered why she started. She made it happen because she believed. She made it happen because she kept going no matter what. She made it happen because she didn't stop until her dreams were her reality. This is the story of every successful woman. So, love this so much. I just wanted to quickly read that to you guys because this quote just means so much to me. And so many of you have been saying the same thing. So I'm so happy that you are receiving this message because it really came from the heart. And so I feel like this is something that anytime you open this notebook or you see this, it will just kind of remind you. And I love this sentence in particular. When things didn't go the way she thought, it only added fuel to her fire, meaning that just because sometimes things don't go the way that we plan doesn't mean that we need to give up. And so I love that. And so I will be using some of the stickers that is in this as well, as you guys will see through this. And then we're going to get right into it. So a lot of this I'm probably just going to be writing, and I will talk you through some of the different things. But the first thing is the reflection. So today there is something inside that is ready to come out. A new thing is in the making, and I'm ready for it. Today I have decided to start, and I am feeling. Okay, so I thought I was filming that last part, but I guess I wasn't. So anyway, I wasn't talking though. I just did a little time lapse, so I can just read it to you guys. Extremely nervous and scared. It's a lot to take on, but I know that the benefits will be so much greater than any fear I have. I pray for strength and guidance through this process. I hope to have the patience and control to be the one in control of our finances. Through this change, I hope it will help our marriage to grow stronger and that it will start us on a path towards reaching our big goals we have. I know it won't be easy, but I know I can do this. And so again, I just wanted to kind of give myself some realness, but at the same time to give myself some positives of why this will work. And a lot of times that's what I do with the reflections. I always have the reflections at the beginning of different things I release because I just feel like it's a way for you to kind of journal, get your thoughts out. And so then this next page, this is the fear model that I was talking about with you guys. So it's a 4-part goal setting model that helps you work through or overcome your fear. And so it's find the purpose, erase the doubt, action, 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 and remember why I started. And so I love this. Fear will not stop me from accomplishing my goal. And that is what this whole notebook is about. So on the next page, it's saying when there is purpose, things just make sense. And then the reasons of why I'm starting. So I'm going to go ahead and list those out. I'm going to remember to press record this time. And then I'm going to create my inspiration statement. And basically the way that this works is you just list out the reasons. You don't have to think too hard on this. Some of mine actually were in my reflection, which helps. But I pretty much know my reasons of why. And then the inspiration statement is just something that I know that I could plaster everywhere. So that if there's a moment where I just want to slip up as far as like giving up or just I don't want to check the account today, or just whatever the case is, I can look at this statement and it will remind me of why I am starting this and why this is important. Okay, so really quick, just to touch on this part. Basically, I listed the reasons of why I started, and then for my inspiration statement, I said that Emery deserves the best life and example. When I make this sacrifice, it is for her, and it is the best opportunity for a strong marriage. Because if you guys know, one of the number one reasons why people may get a divorce or just have a lot of issues in their marriage a lot of times, or their relationships, or whatever the case is because of finances. And I really do not want that to be the reason that we have problems or anything like that, because I can feel that that's the path that things could go down if we just kind of keep being unorganized. If we're just really willy-nilly with everything how we've been, that is what would happen. And so I want to avoid that at all costs. Of course. And so to me, that is really important. My daughter and her future and her life, and the best life for her are just, we know those things. I don't need to write them down individually. I'll probably put that on the Dream Big page, but I just want to set her up for the best possible just example, like I said, of how to manage money herself, so she has the foundation and the skills to know things when she starts to have her own money one day. And also just so that she has a life that she can look back on and feel like, wow, I was really loved, of course, but I was also really taken care of, and I was very privileged to experience just different things that maybe certain kids may not experience, because my parents worked hard to make sure that I had those things. And so that is my absolute dream for her. And to me, just in general, if all of this stuff is in line, once things come together, I know that I will feel peace. Even though paying bills is annoying, once I get over the hurdle and the initial just scariness of it all, it will be peaceful to me, because I will know what's in my bank account. I will know that I'm on a path to do the goals and the things that I'm reaching. I'm going to be creating a debt payoff plan and different stuff like that. And it'll just feel good to have some control and be aware of what's going on, and not just so up in the air because I'm quote unquote scared to, look into these things and to start taking some action on it. And so that is what this is all about. Okay, and so on this page, this is dreaming big. If this went to the highest level of success, this page would be it, and it's no limits. And so all I'm going to do is just kind of list out some things that would be basically the ultimate goals, which to me, it's dreaming, but this will happen. It just takes a lot of hard work and dedication to get there. And so this page is definitely also going to be something to serve me as a reminder of why I'm starting, because these are things, and some things may seem material to some people, but I feel like everyone has their own individual goals. And I think that that's what's so beautiful about us, is that we're all different. So I may not write all of them down, but I will write the ones that I know for sure I want to be able to see, especially in this beginning part of this journey. Okay, so basically the Dreaming Big page, pay off all of our debt, be debt free, pay for new cars in cash, you guys. I would absolutely be so proud of us if we did that. Emery gets into the best private school, donate major amounts to good causes. We also always talk about starting a business or a nonprofit together, buy properties to rent out. I would love to get into real estate. That's something that my dad does, and I would love to do something like that as well. Buy our own or build our own home custom is a dream for both of us as well. Savings is solid. That is something that I want. I want a solid savings account that it's bulletproof. There's tons of money available, and we can feel secure. Emery wants for nothing within reason, of course. I don't want her to be spoiled, but at the same time, I want her to have and travel when and where we want. So that is dreaming big for me. So on the next page, I'm basically just going to list out my doubts. And so the way this works is you list out your doubts on this page, all of the negative talk, the thoughts, doubts, concern, and excuses of why this won't happen or what will be stopping you from making it happen. And then on this page, you're going to brag about yourself of the reasons of why. And then I'm also going to do a little bit of brain dumping, and then I'll probably fill the rest of it out off camera and just kind of show you guys a recap of what I'm going to be doing. And that is basically going to be most of this video. I will go ahead and this will officially be starting in September for me. I'm kind of starting it this month here in August, but it will not officially really kick off until September with a fresh month, so that I can really start it from the beginning to end. But I have already started implementing some things. Okay, so this last part, I'm going to be very quick with it. I'm actually going to grab this sticker really fast because, like I said, I'm officially starting this in September once we get back from our vacation. But I'm just going to put this here so I have my month already ready to go. I won't actually be filling this out. I'll definitely do some check-ins with you guys, and at that point I can share what I'm putting here, but just to keep it quick. So I went ahead and I filled out the pages on here. So I would just filled out all of my doubts. I crossed them out, guys, because I don't want to have to see them. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to refer to them. As it said, cross everything out on the previous page. And then I bragged about myself and I really talked about why I know I could do this. And one of the main things that I always just laugh is because I am organized with everything else as far as just having things in order and in the line. I'm a planner at heart, clearly. So it's just like, why is this something that I am just scared about, when a lot of it just comes with a lot of it has to just do with planning and you know, facing that. And so I went ahead and wrote some of those things down as well. And then over here on my brain dump, I just wrote down some things that have been on my mind that I want to either look into, create, and stuff like that. I want to create a command center in our house. That's a place where we can kind of look and see what the upcoming bills are, what's already been paid, how are we doing with our goals, and just overall just some inspiration to keep it going. And even though I'm the main person that will be handling everything, I want my husband to feel like he is still, well, I want him to be a part of the process, and I want him to be able to see what's going on, even if he's not actually doing it, if that makes sense. So I want to create a space for that so that it's just very transparent with what's happening and all of that. I actually recently just got a new job, you guys, which I have not really talked about. It's a work from home position. I'm so blessed to have it, and it is some things that I absolutely love to do. So there's going to be some more income coming into the house, which is just going to be beautiful, and I'm so grateful for that. But this is even more so a reason that I have gotten excited, and so I want to do a paycheck to paycheck method and do some check-ins, and so you guys can see all of my different brain dump ideas. And then on this page, it's just saying that, you know, everything's a process. And so actually I was supposed to write down my first 3 steps. I kind of just wrote down some things I wanted to look into in the next few days. So that's what I wrote down here. But on the next page, I'll actually write down some of those things, and I'll just kind of talk you guys through a couple. I'm not going to fill out this whole concept here, but basically it's just mapping through and giving a rough idea of the process of what it would look like. And so the very first thing I wanted to do was to fill out the Live, Love, Inspire notebook, because I knew that this would give me some strength to do this, guys. And I feel so good when I crossed that page out. I felt so good doing that. I'm just like, you know what, bump this, you know, I'm ready to do it. So fill out the Live, Love, Inspire notebook. Number 2 is to just start getting all account information, which I actually did last night. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and then that way it's not really a big deal. And I will come up with some more steps to end here. But yeah, so basically I'm going to just reiterate why it's important to me. And I'm going to do that off camera because I really do want to get personal on this page. And then here, just for my month, for September, I'm going to actually be taking this with me on our trip. So I will be working through this notebook to really get solid on what I'm doing. But the main thing is I just want to, for the main focus for September, I know is just to build a foundation and to start strong. So that's basically what September is going to be about, but I will be having some action steps for the month and different things like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just a really quick little filling out of everything. There are some other pages back here that allows for you to use as more of a traditional notebook and a bullet journal, which I do have some plans for this as well. I basically just want to start filling out the month to month, the paycheck to paychecks, and I'm going to actually do it in here to start, and then I can always transfer to another journal. And then that way, I was going to do it in a different notebook, and then I'm like, well, why would I, when the whole point is all of this stuff is in here to keep me motivated and to keep me going? So I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and use this as my finance journal right now, because that is what the whole point and premise of this is. So that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, it's so funny because I am literally using the what is this, the prototype of the Live Inspired notebook, so it's like all beat up and everything. They're so much more beautiful than this one, but it's for me, so I figured it's like, why not? I know what the whole point of it is. But anyway, that is basically it. I need to put some of my little stickers in there, but I gotta go. I have so much stuff I need to do. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not already, definitely subscribe to my channel. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I really would love to get to that goal. I will have a huge giveaway for you guys once that is reached, so definitely help me out. Subscribe, like this video. Let me know down below what are some of the goals that you are fearful of starting and why, and I just encourage you to go for it. No, you don't need this notebook to do it. I would love if you got the notebook, but at the same time, I really want to encourage you to use some of these principles that I did to start my goal, and so that you can do the same thing for yourself. And so again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.